Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy Jinzle bringing guys a brand new video here today, and today we are back on Black Ops 6 once again. And yesterday's video was not my Rest in Peace Call of Duty video, but this is gonna be my Rest in Peace Call of Duty video because we got a lot to talk about with Black Ops 6. And also, I started playing Modern Warfare 3 again because I'm still gonna do the 100,000 kills. I have like 96,000 and something kills, and I'll have that video ready sometime soon. Not that anybody cares, this is for me. The video itself is not going to be like this like groundbreaking new thing. It's literally just for me to say that I have documented proof that I have played Modern Warfare 3 the absolute most disturbing amount that I possibly could. And also, I want to note, playing Modern Warfare 3 and then coming back to play Black Ops 6, this game is clearly optimized like garbage because this game, I can barely crack like 105 frames while not recording. So when I'm recording, this shit is struggling. But on Modern Warfare 3, not even on the lowest settings, I'm at like 135 to 150 on average while playing, and then while recording is like 120-ish. I don't understand because on this game, I'm on basic graphic settings. I don't know what the fucking huge draw is on this game, but this game is optimized like fucking garbage. But today we're probably just gonna sit here and just talk about and just discuss Black Ops 6 and just, this game's in a really bad place right now. Usually it takes Call of Duty quite a few months to really fall off like it does, especially in the Warzone era. Warzone has really kind of kept this game afloat for a long time now. And honestly, Warzone was also the super, you know, collapsing point of Call of Duty for the most part. It really didn't do any of the game any favors outside of like just having a new mode that everybody could just play and somehow enjoy that just kind of latched on during the whole COVID pandemic. But so right now, since Warzone is clearly the biggest part of Call of Duty and has been for the last handful of years, this game in general, Call of Duty as a title, has really struggled since that point. And Black Ops 6 is living proof that that shit is still alive and well and that the struggles continue. With the biggest issue being cheaters and hackers in like ranked play and Warzone ranked and Warzone alone, regular public matches on Warzone, along with just the insane amount of microtransactions, the insane amount of money that they want you to keep dumping into these games. And I think this year probably, it's been brought to my attention a lot more that this is like the most egregious like pocket running that they've ever done in Call of Duty. Like every single year, Call of Duty is definitely trying to get in your pocket. Activision wants to literally have a grip on your debit card at all times. And this is really nothing new. This just seems to be the most egregious, I guess, example of exactly how that's been going down. The game itself is like $70 fucking, and then everything that they've added to the game just has a ridiculous price point on it. So that's definitely one gripe that I have with this game because I just don't think it's fair. I don't think that an M-rated game catered to children should really be like trying to like basically scam their audience into buying just bundles and battle passes and all kinds of shit for ridiculous amounts of money. I understand that businesses have to make money, and I understand how the whole profit margins work where, you know, you have to make a profit after you spend money, but it's like, why do certain packs have to be like fucking $30? You guys already got the money for the purchase of the game. Everybody on multiplayer had to pay a minimum of $70 to be here. Like, why are you people so hungry just to constantly just be running my pockets? And not me personally, because I don't really buy anything out of the, you know, out of the store or any bundles or anything. I buy the battle pass typically as something to do, but that's also not here nor there. So we're just gonna go back to just the cheater thing and just the ridiculous issues that this game has. So obviously, like I said, biggest thing is the cheating, being absolutely outrageously annoying and frustrating and just completely handicapping what this game could have been. We went into this game this year with so much hope and so much, I don't even know how to like really explain it, but we went into this game as a full-on community. This game was received extremely well. And like even when the beta came out, like people were hyped for this game. This game looked fun, it felt good. I mean, outside of getting like 10 FPS when I'm recording and this game being optimized like Minecraft mobile, like this game really did have a pretty good reputation going into it. It felt nice, it was super colorful, typical Treyarch game, smooth movement, color palette like a fucking rainbow. But obviously the looks and the feel of the game can only get so far, especially when you have Warzone, which again is the biggest selling point to Call of Duty even though it's free to play. Playing Warzone and having Warzone be fun is also a draw to have people come and play multiplayer. You want them to spend money on the game. But having this game just completely littered with cheaters, not so much in multiplayer that I found. There's a couple times in hardcore that I've been playing doing this camo grind where Some things are extremely, very like wall hack-ish. Like a lot of times I just can't really tell most of the time, and obviously in hardcore that's probably where you're gonna have the most hackers. There's no kill cams, really can't prove a whole lot in hardcore, but there's been a couple times where I'm like, pretty sure that guy's fucking cheating, but I can't prove it, so I don't say anything. I mean, I get called a cheater in Modern Warfare 3 for the same reason, just because I know the game that well and I know the spawns that well, so I understand if people just have that good of a grasp on like spawns and locations and where people could be, and especially if you're just like pre-firing corners, I totally understand. They drop ranked play basically with the release of the game, which has almost never been done before. Usually we wait until like fucking January, like around this time of year typically is when we would get ranked play out in the newest Call of Duty. But they drop it basically on release, and then it's just completely littered with hackers, and they really don't do a whole lot about it. I completely get that it's not a easy thing to build an anti-cheat for a regular person. When you're a fucking multi-billion-dollar company, I think it should be pretty easy to spend a couple coins just to make your game fucking playable and at least enjoyable for the community that is supporting and buying your games. I mean, Warzone, again, free to play, I understand, like, they rely on the microtransactions to make Warzone a profitable project year over year, and this is like the third or fourth iteration of Warzone, but it's just, it's an insane thing to me to have such a massive company that literally does nothing for the health of the game. They only seem to do things when the dollar signs are all there. And even like the biggest streamers, the biggest players, professional Call of Duty players, ex-Call of Duty pros, they're all complaining and saying that the game is littered with cheaters and the game is unplayable. And Activision and all of these dev teams, they simply don't care. They really just turn a blind eye, and I'm pretty sure they just like log out of the main Twitter account so they don't see the complaints. So with ranked play and Warzone especially just being, I mean, it's literally ridiculous. Like, we thought, like, Verdansk and, like, Caldera had a lot of cheaters and stuff. I have never in my life heard of so many cheaters in a game that is a literal AAA title from one of the biggest gaming studios on the planet. And once again, they just don't care. There's not a fucking thought in their mind about spending any money on anything for the health of the game. And I mean, I'm not sitting at these meetings, I don't see what they see, I don't hear what they're hearing about the game, but all I know is that it's not a good thing. It is not good for the health of the game, it's not good for the reputation of the game, it's not good for Call of Duty in general, and this is why the numbers have been dwindling for fucking years now, because they simply do not care, and I cannot stress that enough. And I encourage people to stop spending money on these games, stop buying the bundles, stop buying shit. Even for myself, because I don't know how much I'm going to be continuing to play this game after this whole episode of how bad can it get kind of a thing with Black Ops 6. So I don't even know if I'm gonna buy the next Battle Pass. Like I said, I usually buy the Battle Pass just as something to do. You know, you get cool rewards, you get double XP tokens and shit, so it's like, I don't mind buying the Battle Pass and spending the $20, but at the rate we're going with Call of Duty, I don't see a reason to spend a single fucking penny on this game, because if we keep spending money and keep buying their shit fucking bundles for hundreds of dollars at a time, they're never going to change. They're going to be like, why would we fix anything when you guys are still spending money on our game? And again, that goes back to everything wrong with the game. They're not going to fix it if they're like, well, people are still paying for X, Y, and Z, so why would we even change anything? And that is an awful way to do business, but at the same time, if it's not broke, don't fucking fix it. If people are still willing to spend their hard-earned money, especially in a terrible economic time like right now, it's like, why would we change anything? You people are still spending your money, so why would we care about fixing anything wrong with the game? I just encourage people not to continue to support business practices like this, because I just don't think that it's fair. I think that this is just super shitty, and it's just a really bad place for Call of Duty to be. And again, because this game was so highly regarded, people were so excited for this game, and just to see where it is now, it's not a good thing for creators, it's not a good thing for anybody, it's not a good thing for the community as a whole. And I mean, you add skill-based matchmaking on top of all of that, and you literally make your multiplayer mode just a complete fucking headache. Not even a headache at this point. This is like having a fucking migraine. Playing multiplayer at all on Black Ops 6 is literally the equivalent of having the worst headache of your entire life. It's not fun. They don't make it rewarding at all, because the better you do, the harder your lobbies get. This is not how Call of Duty ever was. And it's been like this for years, but prior to this era of skill-based matchmaking, this game was never like this. Not this game exactly like Black Ops 6, but like in general, Call of Duty as a franchise. These games are not meant to be this like super fucking skillful shooter game. Like, this is a first-person shooter for people to come home and just relax and play. It's not my fault that little Timmy can't keep up. That's not my fucking problem. You know how I got pretty good at Call of Duty? I got fucking slammed for years. You're not supposed to get a participation trophy for everything. You're not supposed to just be given easy lobbies because you're bad at the game. You're supposed to be thrown to the fucking wolves so you learn. And it sounds like a harsh reality, but that's just how it is. You don't learn anything by having everything given to you. And it's like this game is like being disciplined at every fucking corner. The skill-based matchmaking in this game specifically is insane. And I will not ever stop complaining about it because it's ridiculous to me. Like I said, Call of Duty is not supposed to be this strategic shooter where you have to like be 3 inches away from your monitor trying your hardest to win every game because that's how the game is set up. This is not supposed to be a competitive game. This is supposed to be, like I said, the casual shooter that people come home from work, school, you had a bad day, you just want to unwind with the boys, you want to drink a couple beers and just hang out with your boys and just play video games. That's what Call of Duty is supposed to be, and instead they make it this super over the top, like they want this to be like some kind of like competitive game. It's like it's not how it's supposed to be. And especially as somebody who has played Call of Duty all the way since Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, and I did play the games before that, but in chronological order I have been playing Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, every single game year over year. And this is just not how the game is supposed to be. It's not some super over-the-top CSGO type shooter. It's just not like that. It's not a strategy game. It's supposed to be just a relaxing first-person shooter game. You grind for camos, you go for some kill streaks, you get some gameplays. And in this game, every fucking game is just super duper competitive for no fucking reason. Why am I punished for doing well when I've earned the right to do well? I seriously don't mind skill-based matchmaking. I just wish it wasn't so strict. Like, if I drop a 2.0 KD, my next lobby is literally like playing against the hardest people in my skill bracket. And I don't want that. I want this game to still be fun. If you get steamrolled, that's your own fault. Get better. That's exactly how Call of Duty always was throughout my entire life. And I've thought about, hey, maybe I'll just go play Warzone or just try something new. And I can't even go play Warzone because it's fucking littered with cheaters. There's no winning. Literally, there's no winning. I couldn't even win a Warzone game if I fucking tried because everybody's fucking cheating. This game has made me feel a million different ways in the short few months that it's actually been out. And it doesn't make me feel good. There's nothing about this game that makes me feel like there's a redeeming quality or even like replay value besides making videos on it and playing zombies. I'm glad that that was even remotely as successful as it was for me, number one, and number two, the most successful part of this entire game because it's the only playable fucking mode. I used to complain about that camo grind, but now I want more weapons to be added to the game so I can keep grinding zombies because that's where the fun is. That's where my enjoyment with this game lies. There's no point in playing Warzone. It's littered with cheaters. Multiplayer is just a fucking absolute cumbersome headache to try to even enjoy. I hop on Modern Warfare 3 for the last like 3 or 4 hours. I think I've been bouncing between the two games. And Modern Warfare 3, I could sit there and just play Shipment and just fucking fuck off. I am max level in that game, and I could sit there and just drop 100 kill games back to back to back to back to back to back to back because that game is actually fun. There's no replay value. Like I said, I'm max level. I'm level 1,250 on Modern Warfare 3, and I still enjoy that game more than this game because I don't feel like it's just an absolute headache, and I don't have to absolutely try my fucking hardest just to go positive in a game. Maybe because I understand that game better, maybe because I obviously have way more playtime on that game than I do on this game, obviously going on almost 100,000 kills in that game. But it's like, fuck, man, that game alone, last year's Call of Duty has more replay value to me than the newest title. That's not how it should be. And I also feel like if we don't voice our opinions on how, like, unhappy we are with the game, nothing will ever change. Me making this video on my tiny YouTube channel is not going to change anything. But at least you guys hear me. You guys will understand how I feel about the game. This game doesn't have as much replay value because it's not enjoyable. I don't want to have to try my fucking hardest just to grind for camos. It's not fair that people have to deal with cheaters and hackers and all of the negatives that come with Warzone and ranked play. Ranked play, I haven't heard shit about it because nobody's playing it because it's literally all fucking cheaters. Warzone's all cheaters, ranked play's all cheaters. Multiplayer is literally just insanely expensive bundles and just fucking the most strict and most sensitive skill-based matchmaking I've ever seen in any video game. And once again, I'm thankful that I have had so much success on Black Ops 6. I'm beyond grateful. I am so thankful to everybody, you guys especially, that has tuned into the videos and brought me so much success with this game. But something has to be done. Something has to be said. This game is a complete fucking disaster at the moment, and I just don't think it's fair. I don't think that Activision is being fair to the community that they have literally had by the balls for fucking for decades at this point. We don't look back at the old Call of Duties like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, all those games. We don't look back at them and think that they were the best days because of nostalgia. They simply were just the better days of Call of Duty. And I would love to feel that again, and I don't know if I ever will with Call of Duty or just in general because that was also just a different time. But just having those days, they should be looking at that and be like, why were these games so successful? Because they were fucking fun, dude. You guys just make everything just a complete headache when it comes to the newer games. All along, everything has gotten more expensive, more demanding on your hardware, and just the skill base has just scaled immensely. I have never in my life played any franchise. Out of the hundreds of games that I have played throughout my life, I've never played for a franchise that literally makes it harder and harder and harder to be a fan year over year. I've said it for years. I'll just say it for as long as Call of Duty runs for. I don't think they should keep doing yearly releases. I just don't think it's healthy for the community. I don't think we even get good games anymore. But that's about it for me rambling. That was just a lot of fucking talking. Anyway, that's where I stand with Black Ops 6. Like I said, I'm thankful that I've had all the success. I'm just tired of them just not caring about the actual community that has given them this. We have literally put them where they are. We have put them at the highest of the high game development and game franchise ownerships. And all they do is just shit on us year over year. Again, Warzone, cheaters. Ranked play, cheaters. Multiplayer, a skill-based match-made nightmare with fucking $40 bundles and shit. All they want is your money. They don't respect you, and I feel like something needs to change, and we have to stop supporting this kind of behavior out of any company. But anyway, like I said, that's enough of me rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been your boy Jinzle. I will see you beautiful people in the next video. I have no idea what it's going to be, because after all that rambling, I honestly don't know if I can come back to play this game.